creatures that survive through a different kind of strength. They are not larger than their enemies, but their bodies have evolved to make every attack a risky choice. Here, size does not decide. Welcome to the world of Africa's smallest but hardest to subdue creatures. The honey badger is not large, but very few predators want to test its limits. Weighing only about 9 to 6
thick and fairly loose skin, and powerful front claws, used to dig into the ground, break open insect nests, and search for food.
It eats almost anything that can be turned into energy, from insects and reptiles to eggs and leftovers. Snakes survive through bodies optimized for precision. They have no legs, but they do not need to run to become a threat in the wild. Their forked tongues constantly collect chemical traces from the air, then send those signals to the Jacobson's organ to determine the direction of their prey. The mole snake has no venom, but that does not make it an easy target. Its long, powerful body allows it to control, while its defensive reflexes help it coil up when cornered. For many predators, stepping into the wrong range is enough reason to retreat. But the honey badger does not hunt with haste.
Against an opponent that refuses to leave, defense alone is not enough.
In Kenya, daytime temperatures can rise above 30 degrees Celsius, forcing many animals to conserve every movement.
A snake begins to hunt, but the honey badger has already picked up its signal on the ground before the distance grows too great.
Its sensitive sense of smell helps it follow scent trails across dry soil, dead leaves, and narrow hiding places where the prey believes it is safe. It does not need to rush in immediately. It only needs to maintain pressure long enough for each escape route to slowly disappear. Scorpions have survived for hundreds of millions of years through a highly economical strategy. They move very little, wait for prey to step into the right range, then use their pincers to hold the target in place. The tail curves
for small ambush predators, striking at the right moment. For a young honey badger, the scorpion is an early test of life.
Once the tail is pinned down, the scorpion's advantage disappears. The hunt ends with the stubbornness of a creature still learning how to survive. The lion is not the strongest cat in every sense, but on the savanna, it is one of the clearest examples of a body built for impact and pressure.
Broad shoulders, powerful neck muscles, and heavy body mass help it control close-range confrontations.
That is why the lion is not only an apex hunter. Its presence also forces many smaller carnivores to change the way In the middle of the savanna, the pride's attention turns toward a pair of honey badgers. With a low body, thick, but young male lions are often bolder than their experience allows. They test the limits of everything moving in front of them.
Lions hunt by reading smells, an unfamiliar scent in the wind, an uneven movement.
This time, The target is a honey badger that has not yet realized it is being watched. The distance slowly closes. When danger moves in, it does not react to win by strength. It reacts to create a gap. And in the wild, sometimes a single gap is enough to keep a chance of survival alive.
The leopard is Africa's master of ambush. Its spotted coat helps it blend into tree shadows and broken light, making its approach almost disappear. It does not hunt through long chases, but waits for the exact moment when its prey loses focus. When the distance is close enough, powerful forelimbs, strong neck muscles, and quick reflexes turn a short approach into a major advantage. But today, its target is a honey badger, much smaller, but not easy to subdue. The honey badger's thick and fairly loose skin helps it twist and turn when held. While its stubborn instinct makes it react after every leopard approach. For an ambush hunter, every failed attempt costs energy. For the honey badger, enduring long enough can turn the hunt into a battle of exhaustion for its opponent. Smell is the honey badger's true weapon. When a mouse slips into a thorn bush, that place may seem safe enough from most predators, but the honey badger does not need to see its prey. It follows the remaining scent on the ground, on dry branches, and through every narrow gap in the thicket. Its thick and fairly loose skin helps it withstand contact that many other animals would avoid. The mouse still believes it is hidden. The honey badger simply keeps moving forward, little by little, until the final distance disappears. In the honey badger's world, wherever the scent of food remains, there is still a way through. The black mamba is one of Africa's formidable snakes. Its speed, reflexes, and But the mongoose is a very different opponent. Some of its neuromuscular receptors have evolved to reduce the effects of. It does not rush in. It keeps its distance, circles around, and waits for the snake's reaction rhythm to slow.
Only when the timing is clear does the mongoose move closer. A ground squirrel is circling a Cape cobra, but before the confrontation stretches on, a yellow mongoose appears. If the reward is not large enough, the risk only drains energy. This time, the cobra has a chance to retreat. The snake does not counterattack. It coils in on itself, turning silence into its final layer of defense. The mongoose continues to apply pressure, waiting for one wrong movement. But when the risk becomes greater than the reward, the hunter must recalculate. It leaves, saving energy for a better opportunity. The snake survives through patience more than strength. When cornered, adrenaline drives its reaction speed upward, while survival instinct forces it to become far more intense than its appearance suggests. The lions are confused by an opponent too small to be seen as a real threat, yet too stubborn to ignore easily.
The mongoose does not need to defeat the pride. It only needs to keep enough distance, react fast enough, and find a way back to its burrow. In the wild, survival does not always belong to the strongest. Sometimes, it belongs to the one that refuses to stop.
Hunger keeps the mongoose digging, but it never loses its alertness.
As its nose follows a scent beneath the sand, its ears and eyes continue reading every movement around it.
For a small animal, finding food and avoiding danger always happen at the same time.
The mongoose needs only a few seconds to move in and control the most dangerous part of the prey before it can react.
The meal is not large, but in a harsh land, Every small source of energy is enough to keep it moving. On the Muya Peninsula, a marabou stork appears like a large shadow above the young mongooses. Standing about 1.5 meters tall, with a wingspan close to 3 meters, this bird does not survive only on leftovers, always watching for small, weak, or isolated individuals. For the marabou stork, that alone is enough for an opportunity to open.
Nature does not stop to mourn. It only leaves behind a lesson that in the wild, survival sometimes depends on never leaving the protection of the group. Size has never been the only thing that decides who survive. In the wild, there are small creatures that make even much larger predators hesitate. Not because they know no fear, but because their bodies and instincts have been shaped to resist being easily subdued. Thick skin, sharp quills, venom, quick reflexes, or unbelievable endurance are all ways nature gives them a chance to continue living. The strongest does not always win, but the one that can endure, adapt, and refuse to give up is often the one left standing in the end.